Hey, what's up guys? It's Jay again. And once again, I am back with another review. And this time, I get to review a very special yo-yo. This yo-yo happens to be a signature yo-yo from one of my personal favorite players. And, it's relatively new. It's probably one of the more newer yo-yos on the market from this company. And I'm very excited to have the opportunity to be able to review this yo-yo. So, today, I will be reviewing the new OneDrop Valor. Yeah. So first of all, I definitely want to thank my all-time favorite cheetah in the whole entire world, Chata, for gifting me this yo-yo. He got me this as a gift, and that really meant a lot to me, and I just felt so amazing. So yeah, thank you so much. Shout out to you, Chata, for getting me this. You're so nice. Seriously, guys, believe me, if you want to get on my good side, just buy me yo-yos. That's honestly the best thing you can do. Cause no joke, I'll do things I'll do things. What? So the Valor that I got is this gunmetal gray, and I believe right now they're making them in three or four different colors. I think there's a gold, a copper, this gunmetal gray, and then there was a nickel-plated version as well. The nickel-plated obviously being a little bit more, a few more, $20 more, something like that. But yeah, the Valor, when I look at the prices around, it tends to vary to around $120, and then not including shipping, of course. So it's definitely one of the more higher end yo-yos in terms of the spectrum of the kind of more budget price metals, and then the higher yo-yo recreation, caribou price kind of yo-yos. So this one definitely sits sort of around the higher end, higher level, higher price yo-yos as compared to maybe some of the more budget metals. One of the first things I noticed when I took the Valor out of the box is that it has these interesting ridges, and I'll take some close-up photos and you'll see those in a little bit. But it almost reminds me a little bit of the Rec Rev at. For any of you guys that know that yo-yo, it has these little ridges on it. I'm not exactly sure if they serve a specific purpose, but if anything, it makes the yo-yo look pretty cool, I think, personally. The Valor definitely has a very elegant look to it. There's some pretty basic engravings, just basically letters and then the OneDrop logo and the Valor logo. Nothing too crazy. The yo-yo just definitely has sort of a classy, sort of really refined look to it. Definitely something that, I could, at least personally, I feel I'd look good just carrying it around on a boat whip or something, and people will be like, oh, that's a really cool looking yo-yo. At least that's how I see it. So taking a look at some specs of this yo-yo that I got sent to me online, it looks like the diameter is about 2.22 inches or 56 and 47 millimeters, and the width is 1.69 inches or 42.52 millimeters. The gap width is 0.16 inches or 4.25 millimeters, and the weight is 66 grams exactly. So 66 is perfect. I mean, in terms of weight, where as far as yo-yo goes, you have the really light things like the Pacquiao, then you have the really heavy ones that can go over 70 grams. 66 is a pretty good number. I'm liking that a lot. And then of course the bearing size that the Valor uses is standard size C. It comes stock with the OneDrop 10 ball, and the response is the OneDrop flow groove pads, and then I think you can silicone them as well. As far as I know, I think OneDrop, the flow groove is deep enough that you can add your own silicone. I just personally myself, I like the flow grooves a lot more. But yeah, it's just because I'm really bad at siliconing. No joke, don't ask me to silicone your yo-yos, because I will honestly get silicone in the bearing, get all over the yo-yo, get an axle. I'll probably destroy your yo-yo, and then you could sue me and I won't even have money to give you, so it's whatever. But yeah, anyways, definitely an interesting shape to this yo-yo. It kind of has a very slight step down. It has these little rims, then it goes down into the actual V shape and down into the inner wall of the yo-yo. It kind of has a almost reminiscent of the Rec Rev app that I mentioned earlier, actually. except that the rim is a little bit different. But in terms of like the way that it steps down, it definitely kind of has that rec rev sort of feeling to it, which is a really good thing in my case because I love rec rev yo-yos, and if the yo-yo kind of reminds me of a rec rev, then that's a good thing. So with all that said, I guess I'll get the yo-yo gloves on, and then I'll give this yo-yo a shot, take it through the paces and see what kind of tricks it can handle. And yeah, then I'll be back for the closing and we'll go from there. So yeah, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing. One of the first things I noticed when I actually threw the Valor was that it definitely reminded me a lot in terms of play, a lot like the King Yo Star Scorpion King. I know that's kind of an obscure yo-yo, but it was a yo-yo that actually was a favorite of mine for quite a while, and I noticed that this yo-yo has a very similar play style to that yo-yo. Difference being though that the Scorpion King is a very, very heavy yo-yo, and the Valor, you know, basically plays a lot like Scorpion King, but a lot lighter. So, which is actually a really good thing for me, because I definitely found the Scorpion King, as amazing as it was, to be just a little bit too heavy. So the Valor actually is like the perfect yo-yo for me in a lot of ways, because just its play, its weight, the way it feels, its balance on the string, definitely feels really good to a player who does the sort of tricks that I do. In terms of how this yo-yo handles different sort of tricks, I'd say this yo-yo definitely feels like a very kind of neutral yo-yo. It seems like it's able to handle speed tricks pretty well, but it's not necessarily like a speed specific yo-yo. At the same time, it can handle a lot of like the more like flowy sort of tricks that I do as well. So it's kind of like all around, it's very neutral feeling, but not in a bad way. It just means that the yo-yo can actually handle both things very well, and you know, so it's very universal. The Valor is definitely very stable. I noticed that it keeps its plane very well. As I'm going about kind of bigger body tricks, or even as I'm going into like horizontal play, it likes to stay on a very specific plane. And I mean, if you want it to go off that plane, then you can definitely control it to be able to go into something else. But definitely it's a yo-yo that keeps itself very stable, and it just has like a really nice feeling to it, very well balanced. Overall, the yo-yo is just an absolute pleasure to throw. As I'm going through about all my different sorts of tricks, it just seems to handle everything I throw at it, and definitely like just keeps itself very stable and just works about the string in a very smooth way. Definitely doesn't feel like a cheap yo-yo at all. Like you can, as soon as you throw it, you can definitely tell, oh, this thing feels classy, elegant, it feels expensive in a really good way though. Not saying that it's a negative, it actually like feels a good kind of expensive. So in closing, I definitely recommend the Valor. You know, I'd give it easily a 10 out of 10. I can't really think of anything that I'd say bad about this yo-yo. And I mean, you know, maybe, you know, 120 is definitely like at the top of a lot of people's budget, but honestly, like the craftsmanship that went into this yo-yo, you can definitely feel. And $120 is honestly worth it for something like this. And even just looking at it, you can tell that a lot of precision, time and machining and design went into this yo-yo. So I definitely think the $120 is perfectly worth it. I mean, even if it was 140, I still think it's perfect. So yeah, definitely I'd give this yo-yo a thumbs up if I had thumbs. Actually I do, which is kind of cool, but yeah, whatever. The Valor is currently, at least as of the time of making this video, sold out on Yo-Yo Expert. However, I'm sure they'll have a restock pretty soon. In terms of other yo-yo sites, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep some links in the bottom description on the YouTube page where you guys can check out and see where the Valor is available and where you can buy it from. And you know, whenever stores get the Valor back in stock, then I'll keep those updated so that you can refer back and be able to find one if you decide that a Valor is yo-yo you would like to pick up for yourself. So with that said, that basically ends this review, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, if you seems like the Valor is like your kind of yo-yo, then definitely go out and get one. Huge props to OneDrop for being able to make a really cool yo-yo like this. Props to Vilmos, Zoltan, and Kiss for being able to like have a role in making this yo-yo. Congratulations obviously for getting your signature yo-yo. Seriously, like that's such an awesome last name. If your last name is Kiss, you instantly like become a cool person, like instantly. But yeah, what am I doing? Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting SkillCheetah. Be sure to check out SkillCheetah. So over at skillcheetah.tumblr.com. And yeah, be sure to keep an eye out for upcoming things such as like contests, more reviews, yo-yo videos, skill toy videos, which include, flow toy videos, whatever. I try to keep that all updated. And as always, if there's any other companies out there and you want me to try out one of your yo-yos, give honest feedback and some review, then get in touch with me. I'll be happy to review any yo-yo and just give my honest reviews on it. Any way I can help out the community, I try. So, perfect. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see y'all soon. And until then, just keep yo-yoing, being cool, being fabulous, being awesome, whatever. And yeah, catch you guys later. See ya.